Okay, let's hear a sample answer for speaking task number 4. We are going to use another official ETS sample here from specifically Quick Prep Volume 4. This is linked below, so follow that link to get to Quick Prep Volume 4, page 22. And there is a reading there called Behavior Modification. After you read that, by the way, remember to take 45 seconds to read that, you're going to have a listening, a lecture. There are some headphones pictured there, or you can get an MP3 from the site that is track 10 from volume 4. Again, pause this video now, go back and go to the official ETS site and find that reading and listening, and after you have read and listened, come back to this video and listen to my sample answer. Okay, before we actually hear my answer, let's think a little bit about your notes. What should your notes look like, and what will my notes look like? The first thing you're going to see is the reading, and that gives a definition. So why don't you write that definition in your notes? Very, very simply. Don't copy everything, it's a whole paragraph. You just need a word or two, or maybe 4 or 5. But it's very short. After that, you'll have some specific examples. One example with specific details, and another example with more specific details. And where are these from? The lecture, of course. Again, these are from Quick Prep Volume 4. Now, here are my notes. From the reading, I will define behavior modification. You don't need to write this in your notes. It's just for reference for me and for you to understand. Behavior modification is, well, what is it? Good behaviors, they give pleasant consequences. So we have more good behaviors. And bad behaviors means unpleasant consequences. So we have fewer bad behaviors. Our behavior changes. Now, the listening gives us some examples of this. In a classroom, we have children who stand or interrupt the teacher, and then they can't play. So they're unhappy, and then they stop the bad behavior. Similarly, if they do good things like sit and raise their hands, that's a hand, then they get smiley face stickers, and they do more of this good behavior. Now, notice I used some pictures here. It was faster than writing words. Anything that's fast is good. I probably could have made this even faster by doing this. That's even better. Okay, now let's hear my answer using those notes. Again, I will have 60 seconds to speak. On your real TOEFL, you'll have 30 seconds to prepare before you speak, looking at your notes, but I don't really need it because I already know what I will say. 60 seconds starting now. The passage, the text, defined behavior modification as when people do good things, then they are rewarded. They have some pleasant consequences, so they do more of those good things. And the professor showed this with an example of children who, if they raise their hands and sit quietly and do what the teacher says, they get stickers, happy face stickers, and the teacher praises them and gives them rewards. So they do more of that behavior. Meanwhile, on the other hand, if the children stand up or interrupt the teacher or do other bad things, then that is unpleasant behavior which brings unpleasant consequences. They can't play, so they do less of that. Stop. Okay. Now, what was important here? Talking about raising hands, talking about the smiley faces, mentioning that they can't play, the children who stand during class. These concrete, specific details were linked to the general ideas. Actually, that's the opposite, like that. And that is what's important for your answer. So now you try it.